All right, I got myself an old CD that was used at the dealers. Mine's a 2012 service information. This version was released July of 2012. Yours might be a different service information year, and it might be a different release date, but you need to remember this later. This is the third quarter version for the year 2012 for repair of 2012 model vehicles. So you get this and it doesn't work right off the bat for a number of reasons. One of them being that Ford makes it so after one quarter, these discs will not open and the dealers need to get new ones. So that way any updated Ford service information is good, but if you're an at-home mechanic, even older information might be okay. You get a lot of information from wire diagrams and stuff. So anyway, in order to do it exactly as I'm going to do it, you got to have my computer's Windows 10. It's a Windows 10 Home. This is an external CD drive. That's the reason why it might look weird, but you need a CD drive, and then I have my mobile internet service right there. So put the disk in, let it load up. It should autoplay, and what it'll do is open up a folder with what's on the disk, which it does here. So what you're going to want to pick is this one called Setup. It is possible that your computer might autoplay and automatically open this. Okay, you're going to get the thing. Yeah, this is your protection. Yes, you want to proceed. This all loads a little bit slow because it's just an external CD drive running through a USB port. Okay. You want to install service information. Next. Yep, you agree. I speak English and I read English. Next. When you get this option, you have no connection to Oasis. Next. That's going to be your destination folder for install. My other computer, I actually tried to change the directory and it gave me problems. So leave it at its one, which is going to be my local disk C, TSO. And you have to remember that for later too. Just like the date. Next. Let it install. Okay, you're going to get two prompts after this for two different Adobe programs. You do need those programs, but even if you click yes, it's not going to work properly. I don't have a definite answer as to why, but I believe what it is when the CDs were sent out, this used, like if you clicked yes, it would open up a web browser or something to install it to the link, but because these two versions of the software are outdated, it just doesn't do anything. So the first one was for Adobe Reader, and then this one is for SVG Viewer. Just hit no on both. We will need to install those programs, but I'm going to show you how to do it so you can get what you need to currently at the time I'm making this. Okay, installation complete. Cool. So by the time you probably found this video when you've gotten to this point and you hit, yeah, cool, I want to look up. Then you get this. Cannot be used. Please discard the disk. No, you can still get by it, and that's what I'm going to show you. So this will come up, but you can't work with anything. So just close it out. Close everything out. What you're going to do next is open up whatever you use for the internet. Search with Google and, whatever. I have a little search bar for Google over here. And what you're going to type in is run as date. It's a little simple program we're going to use. And this one by nearsoft.net is what you're going to pick. Okay. This tells you all about the program. If you're interested in it, read it. We're using it for a very, very simple purpose, so I'm not too concerned about getting ultra fancy with it. Download run as date. So once you get here, download it wherever you want, your default folder. I'm not going to download it because I already have it on the computer, but you download it. Okay, wait, yep, okay, it downloaded for you. Close it. I just saved the file right here on my desktop for the time being. So this is what you're going to get. It's going to be a zipped, compressed folder called run as date. Open it. I'm going to see there's just 3 files in there, but what you want to do is extract them. So hit extract all. Users, TBC, right? Yeah. So that's just my desktop. You can change it if you want. And it will actually be simple. You can go to browse. Remember I told you that you need to remember where the software installed to, which if you left it as it is, like in mine, the C drive, and it's TSO like I just clicked, and then just hit select folder once you get it. Extract. Okay, so it's going to open up the folder it just extracted into. Okay, I'm going to minimize this to just close out the other folder. Okay, so now this is the main directory folder where your service manual's installed to. I'll go back and just show you exactly how to get there if you mess it up or whatever. Click like this device, my computer, C, TSO. So that's where we are. At this point, what you need to do, sorry, I'm trying to switch this so I can hold my other hand. This file for me, TSO Browser, that is the program that opens up. I don't know if it'd be named something different for different year CDs or whatever, but the way you'd figure it out is, again, double click it and open it. Yes, you want to run it. And then expired, it no longer can be used. So you get the same error like it tried to open up. Close it again. The first thing you're going to want to do before using this run as date program, these are the 3 files that were in the zip folder that we compressed here. The TSO browser, right click on it and hit properties, and then go up to compatibility. Now on my computer, this box is already checked because I actually uninstalled the program to go through this walkthrough. Yours, it won't have anything. So you want to click run this program in compatibility mode 4, and then Windows XP Service Pack 3, and hit apply. Okay. We're not going to do anything with this run as date yet, but it's here. The next thing I'm going to do, we'll just close this folder out for the time being since we know where it is. You're going to go back to whatever you use for the internet, and you're going to search Adobe Reader. Just get Adobe Reader. It's the official site. My internet is really slow because I'm going through cell phone. Okay, so yes, this is what you want. Personally, I uncheck all these boxes. I don't want any other extra crap. And then you hit install now. My internet is very, very slow. Okay, and then you're going to hit save file, which I already have. Have it. already downloaded, but like in my Firefox, it's already up there. So you can just close this out. Mine went into my downloads folder. And oops. This Reader, you're going to open that and go through the prompts for that. You might already have this on your computer. So if you already know you have Adobe Reader on your computer, you could skip this. I'm not going to go through the install. I already know it's there. Basically, it opens a little window. It downloads the files that you need. Once it's done downloading, it gives you the option to open the program with like a welcome thing, and the browser opens up and stuff. So you did that part. The next thing you're going to do is go back to your internet again and type in Adobe SVG Viewer. Okay. Now, at least at the time I'm doing this, this link on to the SVG Viewer on the Adobe site, you used to be able to download it from here. SVG Viewer is actually an obsolete program now. They stopped supporting it, and I think 10 years ago, 2009. And there's information about it. You see, it's the first thing. It gives you the details. But you used to be able to scroll down and pick this, and you can see how old it is. It's supported for Windows XP in '98. You click that. See, it says not found for me. I don't know if they're doing some website issue. But anyway, if you get to that page and you can download that file, you can use it. What I ended up having to do for today to install this on my laptop was I went down to the one that's from CNET. Sorry, it's just not fast right now. My router is actually used as a SIM card, so it's only running over cell service. But anyway, visit site. Oops, that's actually not working for me right now either. This is what happens when you want to get out-of-date stuff. What was the website I used here? Okay. Download. You got to pick a mirror here. Download. Okay, so the name of the file is svgview.exe. If you don't get it from this exact website, or if the Adobe website works for you, that's great. But anyway, you need to find this, and you'd hit save file. I already have it downloaded. So I'm just going to hit cancel and close it out. And this is what the installer will look like for you in whatever folder I put it on my desktop. Double tap it. Yes. Okay. It installs real fast. So now that you redid all those things, you want to restart your computer. for when you're touching the screen. I don't know why this window just tried to open. Anyway, all right, my computer's restarted. So next thing I want to do now is go back into the folder where the program is installed. TSO. All right. So I'm going to open up that run as date. Okay. First thing you're going to do, this focus better. You're going to hit browse. You're going to go to the folder where the service manual is installed again, TSO, and it shows the executable files. Run as date is what you have open. You want to click the TSO browser, or if for some reason it's called something else for what your disk installs as, you pick that and hit open. The next thing you're going to do is make sure it's on absolute date and time. You're going to want to select on the calendar. Now, if you remember, my disk was from July 2012. So all the way back to July 2012. There's probably a faster way to do this, like I can manually type it in, but whatever. Oop, went past it. So I'm going to pick July 2nd, and I'm going to make it 08 in the morning. What I'm going to do is immediate mode. Now to test it, you're going to hit run. Okay, for you, it may open the service program up. See, I have the operation requires elevation. So what I'll need to do is hit run as administrator. It's going to bring you up this. Yes. Okay. Now down here, it should still be open. You don't need to open it again. I don't know why on my computer it puts you back at the folder. Okay. Then you hit run again. Hear the CD spool up. All right. So first we're going to test workshop manuals. I'm just going to pick whatever the first vehicle is, view. All right. So master DTs. So here you go. Then all these will be accessible for you. So that's cool. I'm going to open this back up. Now the second thing that we had to fix was wiring diagram. Same thing, we go to table of contents. Okay, now when you open it up, see this little software agreement? What this is the agreement for is that old outdated SVG viewer. If you came up on this video and you had the problem where you opened up the screen and it got stuck saying load, please wait, or it gave you some script errors, you can go back into this video and find how to install the SVG Viewer Adobe program. Install it, restart your computer, open this up. You want to hit accept. You're just accepting the software. See, now it starts to load everything. So now I can pick my pages. It has my wire diagrams. I'm going to go back to the contents and find something a little more fancy to look at. See, now this is all your information. And what the SVG viewer does is, see how it's got like a little link? I can click on that. This is going to give me the dialog where it shows locations, in the engine compartment, the connector face, or both. Like if you hit both, it opens up 2 new windows for you. And I mean, there's a ton of information in here. This is the location of where that part is. I don't even know what I'm looking at, to be honest, because I bought this for my Super Duty. But anyway, yeah. So the last thing you want to do, now that it's got everything working, close it all out. And if you did everything exactly as me, you should still have this run as date open, right? What you can do, service, you can name it whatever you want, really. Information. You can make a desktop shortcut. Okay. I'm not going to close it all the way out. Now, this one called service information, if you went through exactly as I showed in this video, and you try to open it, yep, see, that's what would happen. You're back to square one. You're really not. This out. The one that you just created right here is this one. Interesting, it's not opening. I'm going to pause this and come back. Okay, so after creating that shortcut, I had to stop it because I had a problem and I figured out what it is. Remember how we went in here and we changed? This is your TSO browser. Hit properties again. Go up to compatibility. And you have to select this box that says run this program as administrator. Then hit apply and it will close out. And then on the run as date program, properties, compatibility, do the same thing. Run this program as administrator, hit apply. Okay. Now I close it out, and I also noticed when I made the shortcut I spelled it wrong, but do it again, and it's going to come up with this message, sort of like it has done all through the install. You can hit yes, and it will open. Your CD does need to be in for this to open. I didn't find a workaround for that, but you have the disk, no big deal. That's the reason why I bought this little USB drive. If you want to, and that's the reason why these prompts kept coming up on this computer, I'd forgot. You can actually change when these notifications appear. I usually have mine down on my bigger computer in the house. You can hit OK. It's going to ask you. Yes. Let's see. I think what I need to actually do was bring it down to basically don't notify me. I don't know if there's any other way to do this. There, doesn't do it anymore. So you can take that shortcut that you just created to get into all this. What I actually do on Windows 10, what I like is pin to start. So what it will do is it will be in the start menu. I like my desktop to be clean. See it, put it down here. And I'm going to move it up into my little area called Truck Tools. I got my forescan and my SCT tuner updater. So delete this. So now when I go in my start menu, service, and you can go through what you need. Sorry this video is so long. I didn't really know a better way to do it. I know there's some fancy programs out there with screen capture. I'm not that high speed. Just take a video of my screen. That way I could talk through it the best I could. I I actually figured this out on my other laptop back when I bought this around 5 or 6 months ago. And I went through it again so I could have it on my laptop when I'm out here in the garage working. But hopefully the information in here is going to be helpful for you. I know a little bit about software and stuff like that. And I was able to do a whole bunch of research on Google, probably 3-4 hours, to get all this information and piece together from what some people have said in forums and stuff. The one thing that I didn't figure out yet, but it's not that big of a deal for me, and it's part of the reason why I wanted it on my laptop, was being able to print, for example, like in wire diagrams. Oh, see, this is one of the glitches that I've had happen too sometimes. I think it's just because of the compatibility mode, but like it comes up like a white screen, and it's not that there's nothing there, but see, as I scroll over it. So what I've had to do when that happens is just close everything out, reopen it. Yeah, see, that's working fine. But like for my truck, 250, table of contents. I'm just going to open up a wire diagram and show you the problem with printing. So maybe if you found this, just do 4-wheel drive system. It comes up with this. This is the error that you'd get just opening these up if you didn't have the proper stuff installed on your computer sometimes too. You can hit yes and nothing doesn't work. So if you know how to fix this print issue, that'd be helpful, because what I like to do is, if I had friends or something who needed a wire diagram, or what I actually wanted to do, I mean, I can screenshot the computer and print it, but it'd be easier to just print it proper. For some of the custom wiring I've done on my truck, I'd like to print these wires and, like, say, I'm just making stuff up. Say I spliced into this wire, print this page, show that I spliced, and then put my wire diagram for my custom stuff over here. Again, hope this was helpful. You might need to modify the procedures a little bit for your computer, depending on your operating system and administrative access. If you get through this and then you followed it step by step and there's some sort of issue, what I had to do a couple of times was basically just uninstall everything and reinstall. But yeah, it's a good tool. I think I paid like $12 for this CD, and it's been awesome for me having access for my truck.